To continue now our conversation on drones, I want to introduce you to Jim Barnes, who is the CEO and founder of the New Jersey Drone Academy. And as you can see, he brought a few drones with him. We'll have a demonstration in just 1 second. How many of these do you own?
About 25 to 30 different models.
And do you believe these should be regulated?
Yes, sir. They should be properly regulated. And they also should be split between the hobby and the commercial industry.
And so there should be different regulations for both,
yes,
is what you're saying?
We can't throw all the apples in the same basket. As you can see, there's a different variety of machines here, from commercial applications to young boys' toys.
You just heard the Assemblywoman here. Yes. And her big concern is flying a drone over a sensitive area or over some tactical area with a camera. And so she wants to stop that. Are you for her legislation?
I'm not for her regulation as it is written. We need to regulate these. Sure, we cannot have people flying these things over our White House and our electrical grids.
Water supply?
Exactly. We need to regulate them properly, but we also need to get information out to the public of what the rules are. I train people in my academy to fly these per FAA guidelines. And all my students ask me, how do I find the rules? A young boy goes to a store to buy a toy like that. How does he know what he can or can't do with it? Where is he going to find this information? We need some public service announcements. We need some help from our administration to get these rules out to the public.
To program that could cause mass destruction.
Yes, sir. If I can do it, anybody could program this machine with a computer to go do a mission, and nobody can stop it.
So I would think, not knowing as much as you know about it, that we should have a regulation that I should be able to see you operating that, and that you shouldn't be able to send that out without you nearby, so I know who's responsible for that.
That's called in line of sight flying, and that is what differentiates a hobby versus commercial. That's where we have to break the line, Larry. Okay.
So you agree with when there's a hobby that it should be in sight?
100% correct.
Okay.
Now, if you have a visual impairment, like goggles, flying first-person view, this little machine has a camera, flying in first-person view, how do you have line of sight of that? You're looking into a computer screen, where I have co-pilots who are actually hooked up to the machine. They can take it over in an instant in case the person that's flying FPV goes out of bounds or gets out of control, because you do not have a line of sight with
when you're wearing those.
Correct.
Right, but how far can that go away from me?
This little machine could probably not go more than 50 to 100 feet.
So that's not a concern, but one of these other ones, a bigger one.
But our legislator wants to now make this little thing, you can go to jail or heavily fined, but this machine is totally, in her rules, legal.
Because that one has a camera.
Correct.
Yeah, but I think that's, you had a conversation with the Assemblywoman as she was leaving. I think she even
but when you read the bill,
now. But I think that she understands that people are buying these because they have the cameras and they want to take pictures of birthday parties and things like
Correct.
that.
Correct.
It's a lot different flying this over a water supply or flying.
Even a hobbyist needs to know the rules, because you do not fly them over top of people. You don't fly them in ballparks. Somebody in the Philadelphia ballpark tried flying one in, I think, the other day.
Right.
There was a gentleman that was giving a concert somewhere in Latin America over the weekend, and he tried catching something this size with his hand during the concert, and it cut his fingers all up. So
they had, in Germany recently, they had Chancellor Merkel was standing on stage and one of these landed right in front of her. And nobody knew what to do. You can imagine what could have happened there.
Yes,
the
sir.
fact that it was able to get that close to her. I know you want to do this demonstration. Let's
I'd like to introduce
quickly.
my junior instructor, Kevin, and he's going to do a small demonstration.
What's Kevin's last name?
I'm Kevin French.
Kevin French. Thank you,
French is going to be going to UAV University in the Midwest.
Oh, great.
We now have universities who give actual degrees in UAV technology.
So we're going to be able to show people what I'm seeing here, and you can see the small drone plane. It's just hovering off the desk, but you get to see the teleprompter and the rest of the studio. Can you turn that around so it can show us, so we can see? Oh, there you go. Well, it's wonderful. You know what? Please come back because we're going to be talking about these drones a lot, and
Yes, Larry.
especially as more and more of them hit the air.
We need to constructively come up with regulations. We need to talk about it before we do any knee-jerk reactions, Larry.
And you think the Assemblywoman's bill is a knee-jerk reaction?
Yes, sir, because this is the first time I've been contacted to give my opinion, and I've started a startup company in New Jersey. And if this law isn't acted, say it is passed and Governor Christie signs it, I would have to move my business to Pennsylvania the next day because what I do would be illegal.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for coming in, Jim.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
Jim Barnes, the CEO and founder of the New Jersey Drone Academy, and Kevin French, his trusty sidekick who operated the drone. Thank you very much. When we come back,
Did you know that your pet may not need all of the vaccinations they get?
If you have the right food on board and good digestion, then you're going to have good health.